All right, welcome back to another episode on Everlast Welders YouTube channel. Today we've got our big 263 PI. So if you know our number rating system, 263, that means it's going to be single pulse or it's going to be a pulse MIG machine. And then PI is going to be single pulse. So this is a 275 amp single pulse MIG stick, and it is a lift TIG, not a live lift, not a high frequency. It is a lift TIG. So you have a valve in body torch, kind of like your old school scratch start. So still really super capable multi-process machine. It's got modes for aluminum and stainless. Of course, it's got the synergic single pulse. Today, we're going to focus on real simple stuff, especially as you can kind of see here. I've already got some warm up from a previous video. We're going to do some stick welding with it. Of course, it's a super capable stick machine, being that it puts out 275 amps. Not quite that much on the stick side. We do limit the stick side a little bit because you never need that much, but we are going to run through it. Run some 6010, of course, because everybody always asks, does it run 6010? So we'll run 7018 and some 6010, show you how stable that arc is, how nice it lights up, and then we'll let you go. So let's head over to the machine real quick. We'll set it up and we'll get running some beads. All right, so here we are at the machine. Of course, we're on synergic single pulse right now. We're going to scroll over to our DC stick side. And on this machine, again, we have remote. So if you want to run a foot pedal to control your amperage as you go, you can do that. It's a unique little feature we've been adding. It does have an anti-stick feature. So if you do stick a rod, it cuts the amperage so it doesn't just sit there and keep baking the rod. We do have a VRD feature for voltage reduction. So if you're in tight quarters, wet conditions, it'll cut the open circuit voltage so you don't get shocked nearly as badly if you make a mistake. Of course, on the other side, go down, we have our rod type. So we're going to start on 7018. So we'll set it to 7018. We got a hot start. We'll do 50%. Let's do a half second. We're running 35% arc force. 6010, we can usually turn that off, but we'll just leave it on for now. That way we can get to running a little bit faster. So super easy setup. It's DC stick. There's not a whole lot of bells and whistles there. So let's grab some 7018. Let's get running. So of course, like I've said in a couple other videos, this is some old 7018 that's been sitting out in this box. I said 2 years in the last video, but it's been since Fab Tech Atlanta, maybe almost 3 years ago. So this is some less than ideal, and I'm not a seasoned pro stick welder, so I am prone to stick a rod, but let's light this up. So I was still a little rusty on my 7018 starting skills, but we got her lit. See, we can jam the rod right down in there. We can move around quite a bit and still keep a nice stable arc. It's DC stick. We're not breaking any barriers with this one. It's a nice little simple smooth run. Like I said, we're not breaking any new ground. Almost had a slag peel there. But yeah, 7018. Almost, like I said before, a car battery can run 7018. So nothing super fancy there. Let's go ahead. Everybody always asks, does it run 6010? Let's go back over. Let's set it up for 6010, show you what this thing can do. So again, we're going to come to the menu. We're going to use our down arrow to drop down to our lower menu. We're on 7018, so we're going to back it over to 6010. 80 amps. So we've already made a couple runs. We know 80 amps for this 1/8 inch 6010 is pretty good. So let's run. Always like to do my Bob Moffat throwback. That's 6010. So it cut out a little bit on me there. I want to go ahead and turn that hot start and my arc force off. And we can leave the hot start on. Let's turn the arc force down. Sometimes that'll mess with us a little bit when we're trying to run pretty aggressive whip. There we go. Much better there. So yeah, does it run 6010? Yes, it runs 6010. So if you're looking for a big shop machine, it's a 275 amp output. I mean, you can pretty much build anything you want with 275 amps. On this machine, it does have the synergic single pulse, so it does help out a lot with aluminum MIG, which we're going to make a video here shortly on that, using a new push-pull gun or a spool gun. We've got a couple different options that are coming out, so we're going to do an aluminum video with this machine real soon. We will also go through the DC lift. The machine comes with a valve in body torch, so we're going to do a video with that here soon too. So a lot more to come with this machine. It's got a lot of options, a lot of features, but you know, stick's pretty simple. So nice little quick video showing you guys the capabilities of this machine on DC stick. One thing before we go, I do get a lot of questions about what's the difference between this machine, the 263 Pi, and the Thunder 255 MTS. The biggest difference is the Thunder 255 is a full-featured high-frequency DC TIG machine. So it does have high frequency, it has pulse, it even has all your other features for DC TIG. So really, really powerful DC TIG machine with the MTS 255. The 263 is meant more as a full-blown MIG and stick machine only, so you just have the DC lift only TIG, but still a super powerful machine. If you're looking for a shop MIG welder, you want to get into doing some aluminum MIG welding, that pulse will help you out a ton. So looking for a big do-it-all shop MIG welder, Cyclone 263 Pi is a good shot. Take a look at it. If you have any questions, feel free to hit us up on the phone, or you can always email me at jesse@everlastwelders.com. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.